the middle. Bedard trying to split wide to his right. He shoots, he scores!
Getting this power play, and here's Connor Bedard! He scores!
He's a really good player. I think he's going to get really good opportunity there to be one of the guys, if not the guy.
Down low. Bedard! Across style scores!
Unbelievable!
Connor Bedard's journey to NHL superstardom is nothing short of remarkable. From his early days in North Vancouver to his record-breaking junior career and eventual selection as the first overall pick in the NHL draft, Bedard's rise has been fueled by a combination of natural talent, relentless work ethic, and an unshakable love for the game of hockey. But his success didn't come without obstacles. He faced numerous challenges and criticism along the way to the top. But let's start from the beginning. Born on July 17, 2005, in North Vancouver, British Columbia, Connor Bedard grew up in a hockey-loving household. His parents, Tom and Melanie, and his sister, Maddie, were a constant source of support as he developed a deep passion for the game at an early age. Hockey was more than just a sport to Bedard. It was a way of life. He idolized Sidney Crosby, studying his every move, from his skating to his shot, in an effort to emulate his game. But Bedard wasn't just any ordinary young hockey fan, he was a prodigy in the making. From the time he was 3, Connor Bedard was obsessed with hockey, stick handling around the house for hours, even if it meant wrecking the floors. Unlike many young players, he wasn't pushed by coaches or parents. His drive was entirely his own. Surprisingly, he didn't love skating at first, but once he got a stick in his hands, everything changed. Hockey became his world. He skipped vacations to keep playing, and even brought inline skates on a trip to Hawaii. His work ethic was relentless. He'd bike to the North Shore Winter Club, spending up to 8 hours on the ice, or fire hundreds of shots into his backyard net. But one of the most defining moments of his early hockey journey came when he had to pick a jersey number. At 5 years old, playing for the Vancouver Vipers, his team's manager asked each player what number they wanted. Naturally, the most popular choices were 87, Sidney Crosby's number, and 97, which at the time was worn by Vancouver's own Matthew Barzal. But when it was Bedard's turn to choose, he didn't go for an already famous number. He picked 98. When asked who wore 98, Bedard had a simple answer: "I'm 98." However, Bedard's young career faced an early challenge. At just 11 years old, he broke his right wrist during a game, an injury that could have stalled his development. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity. With his dominant hand immobilized, he spent months refining his left-hand stick handling and backhand shot. By the time he recovered, he wasn't just back to form, he was even better. At the age of 13, Bedard was already making waves in the hockey world. He played minor hockey for West Vancouver Academy Prep in the Canadian Sports School Hockey League, where he dominated both the U15 and U18 levels. In the 2018 to 2019 season, while playing for the North Shore Warriors U15 prep team, he scored an astounding 64 goals and 88 points in just 30 games, earning the league's Most Valuable Player award. The following season, playing against older competition with the North Shore Warriors U18 prep team, he continued his dominance with 43 goals and 84 points in 36 games, securing his second consecutive MVP title. By 2018, Bedard was already being hailed as the future of hockey by media and many scouts. Scouts and analysts marveled at his ability to read the game, his deceptive shot, and his elite hockey IQ. His curl and drag wrist shot, reminiscent of Austin Matthews, became a defining feature of his game. As his reputation grew, so did the expectations surrounding him, but Bedard thrived under pressure, using every challenge as an opportunity to elevate his play. Then came the moment that changed everything. In March 2020, at just 14 years old, Bedard was granted exceptional player status by Hockey Canada, allowing him to enter the Western Hockey League a year early. This was a historic moment as Bedard became the first player in WHL history to receive such a distinction. The Regina Pats wasted no time selecting him with the first overall pick in the 2020 WHL Bantam Draft, marking the beginning of what would become an unforgettable junior career. Before making his WHL debut, Bedard took an unconventional detour. With the WHL season delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, he was loaned to the HV71 junior hockey system in Sweden. This experience proved invaluable as he honed his skills against European competition while adjusting to different styles of play. When the Western Hockey League resumed its season in March 2021, Bedard returned to North America and immediately made an impact. In a shortened rookie season, he recorded 12 goals and 16 assists for 28 points in just 15 games before departing for the 2021 IIHF World U18 Championships. It was during this tournament that Bedard introduced himself to the global hockey stage. Competing as a 15-year-old against older players, he led Canada to a gold medal, tying for second in tournament scoring. His performance solidified his status as a generational talent, drawing comparisons to the likes of Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby. In the 2021-22 Western Hockey League season, Bedard continued to shatter expectations. He became the youngest player in WHL history to score 50 goals in a single season, finishing the year with 51 goals and 49 assists for 100 points. He joined an elite group of only 3 16-year-olds in WHL history to achieve a 100-point season, cementing his place among junior hockey's all-time greats. Despite his individual brilliance, the Pats narrowly missed the playoffs, but Bedard's stock as a top NHL prospect was soaring. The 2022-23 Western Hockey League season was nothing short of legendary. Bedard dominated like no player before him, tallying 71 goals and 143 points in just 57 games, leading the league in goals, points, and points per game. His ability to think 2 steps ahead, manipulate defenders, and create scoring chances from impossible angles made him a spectacle on the ice. His performances drew massive crowds wherever he played, with WHL arenas selling out just for a chance to witness his magic firsthand. While his WHL dominance was impressive, it was his performance at the 2023 World Junior Championships that truly solidified his place as one of the greatest rookies. Bedard broke numerous records, becoming Canada's all-time leading scorer in the tournament with 36 points and shattering goal records previously held by legends like Jordan Eberle and Eric Lindros. His overtime goal against Slovakia in the quarterfinals was a defining moment, an instant classic that showcased his clutch ability. Canada went on to win the gold medal, and Bedard was named tournament MVP and best forward, further elevating his already sky-high draft stock. By the time the 2023 NHL entry draft rolled around, there was little doubt about who would be selected first overall. Bedard had been the consensus top pick for years, and the anticipation reached a fever pitch as the Chicago Blackhawks won the draft lottery. Within hours of the announcement, the Blackhawks sold over $2.5 million in season ticket packages, a testament to the excitement surrounding Bedard's arrival. On June 28, 2023, the Blackhawks made it official, selecting Connor Bedard with the first overall pick. It was a historic moment, marking the second time in franchise history that Chicago had the #1 pick, the first being Patrick Kane in 2007. Bedard wasted no time making an impact in the NHL. He recorded his first NHL point in his debut on October 10th and scored his first goal the following night against the Boston Bruins. His early performances shattered viewership records, with his first 2 NHL games becoming the most-watched regular season games on ESPN and TSN. As his rookie season unfolded, Bedard continued to live up to the hype. On November 9th, he delivered a dazzling 4-point performance against the Tampa Bay Lightning, becoming the youngest player in Blackhawks history to record a multi-goal game. He was selected to the 2024 NHL All-Star Game, but was sidelined in January with a broken jaw after a hit from New Jersey Devils defenseman Brendan Smith. Even while injured, Bedard's influence remained undeniable, and he made a brief appearance at the All-Star Skills competition. Despite the setback, Bedard returned to action in February and continued to prove why he was considered a generational talent. On March 12th, he recorded a career-high 5-point game, further cementing his place as one of the league's brightest young stars. He finished his rookie season leading all NHL rookies with 22 goals and 61 points in 68 games, earning the prestigious Calder Memorial Trophy as the league's top rookie.
Right? Like, I think he's never struggled in his life. And so the first time it's kind of come a little hard to him, it's shocking to anybody. It's more talked about because it's him. Anybody else would be like, he's going through it, wish him the best. It's like, what's wrong with Connor?
Tough numbers over the last 11 games for Connor Bedard.
Could name 100 things, but I don't know, man. It's been frustrating for sure, and I just don't feel like I'm really doing anything.
Connor Bedard faced heavy scrutiny for not meeting the sky-high expectations set by fans and the media, with some questioning his ability and even his status as a generational talent. But the truth is, the issue isn't with Bedard. It's with the unrealistic standards placed on him. There's nothing wrong with his game this season, only the doubts surrounding him. From the moment he was drafted, Bedard was expected to be the franchise cornerstone. The problem? Rebuilding an NHL team is never a one-player job. No matter how talented he is, no rookie can single-handedly turn a last-place team into a contender overnight. And yet, because of his generational label, many are unfairly measuring him against impossible standards. Of course, Bedard isn't perfect. No 19-year-old is. He still makes mistakes, sometimes forcing plays or hesitating when he should shoot. His defensive game needs refinement, and he lacks the physical strength to dominate along the boards.
This is a choice, and this is a consequence for a young player there. He's right on Reinhardt. This is a 50-50 battle. He's soft on his stick. And I'm sorry, the excuses for a young player are over now. He has to be better than that. And sure enough, they get a power play, and who goes right onto the ice? Bedard. Destroy the morale of a team, then have players that don't earn their ice time. And when a player makes a conscious choice to be soft on the puck in that situation right there, there has to be consequences. And if there's not, it'll destroy the morale of the team.
These are all natural growing pains for a player his age, and they'll improve with time. But his strengths far outweigh his weaknesses. Bedard is already one of the best playmakers in the NHL, capable of creating highlight reel moments almost every night. He makes plays that most veterans wouldn't even attempt. His vision, passing, and hockey IQ are elite, and his creativity will only expand as he matures. The biggest challenge Bedard faces isn't his own game, it's the team around him. The Blackhawks are a work in progress, with a roster that lacks high-end offensive talent. Line mates have routinely squandered his perfect setups, and the team as a whole is in a prolonged scoring drought. Even the Blackhawks' most skilled forwards, like Taylor Hall and Teuvo Teravainen, aren't producing at their usual levels. Hall has just 14 points in 30 games, while Teravainen has 16 in 31. For comparison, Bedard's production is significantly better despite being younger and shouldering most of the offensive workload. Chicago's front office understands this is a long-term process. General manager Kyle Davidson has emphasized patience, acknowledging that development takes time. The Blackhawks are in the early stages of a rebuild, and their struggles were expected. The fact that Bedard is thriving under these conditions is a testament to his talent and potential. So, what does the future hold for Bedard? Connor Bedard's NHL journey is just beginning, but the road ahead is already shaping up to be one of the most intriguing storylines in hockey. While the Blackhawks are still a couple of years away from Bedard's second contract, negotiations will loom large over the team's future. He is expected to command one of the biggest contracts in NHL history, with comparisons being drawn to players like Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews, and Jack Hughes. The structure of his deal, whether he opts for long-term security or a shorter-term contract that allows him to cash in as the salary cap rises, will impact how Chicago builds around him. If Bedard takes a team-friendly deal, similar to what Sidney Crosby did in Pittsburgh, it could allow the Blackhawks to maintain financial flexibility for years to come. But if he pushes for a contract close to 15% of the salary cap, similar to McDavid or Matthews, Chicago will have to carefully manage their roster to stay competitive. Regardless of the exact numbers, one thing is clear: Bedard's contract will shape the Blackhawks' future, and Davidson's ability to construct a championship-caliber team around him will be the ultimate test of Chicago's rebuild. Bedard's future is incredibly bright, and his next few seasons will be pivotal. his goal should be to continue refining his game, developing physically, and leading the Blackhawks toward contention. As Chicago's roster improves and the team adds more talent, Bedard's production will likely skyrocket, cementing his status as one of the league's best players. For now, the focus remains on patience and progress. The Blackhawks are still a work in progress, but with Bedard leading the charge, there's no doubt that better days are ahead. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let me know your thoughts on Connor Bedard in the comments. Do you think he's living up to the hype? Videos like these take a very long time to make, so any and all support would be greatly appreciated. As always, I will see you in the next one.